Hello again. We're going to continue on our stretching and alignment piece. So now I'm going to move up to the shoulders and show you some tips about how to move the body, how to work the body without hurting them and getting them in the proper alignment. So we're going to work the shoulders as well as the arms. I'm just feeling how much stress is in her arms because there's a little resistance when you do this and people have unconscious stress patterns. You're going to feel a resistance, or they're going to try to help you. It's an unconscious stress pattern. And here I'm going down and I'm just going to place my fingers right at the wrist bones and gently pull up and down and give a little pull toward me and arch it up. Sometimes what happens here is you're going to feel there's something going on in the wrist, like they've been compressed, and so the bones, you'll feel the bones actually separating. And then for the shoulder and everything, if you want to lift the arm up, you can just lift it like this, but again, that's okay, but it's a little bit more comfortable on the person if you slide your hand underneath and put them in a position where you're lifting with both arms. And then you can stretch up this way. And then if you're going to stretch up here, you'll be pulling upward. So this is really what we're doing now, is we're really stretching the arm that goes into the shoulder socket. What you want to watch for with this is that the shoulder stays relatively down. It doesn't creep up to the ear because sometimes the stress pattern is going to pull it up. So if that should happen, then you're going to want to change the position a little bit and hold it so there's support, and then you can take the shoulder down this way as you're working it. And this is a good position to be in if you're going to take and check the stretch over the head. So you can pull this way, bring your other arm up, let the arm bend, and then again support in that direction, pulling that arm again from the wrist and a little bit from the elbow, but it's gentle. Just give a nice pull, and it kind of feels like you're just pulling the skin. You don't want to just, you want to like pull more of a pull of the skin than the bones. So try to differentiate that, because there's a lot of difference. It feels so much better when you're stretching through the skin and the tissue, the soft tissue, rather than just pulling like you feel like your joints are going to come apart. And then you can also go to the side. Sometimes people have a lot of trouble with their shoulders. And the side, same thing, you're supporting and then giving a little tug. And then we're going to take this up through here to cross over. You're supporting. And here you want to have the shoulder pressing down, so you'll pull down on the shoulder as you stretch across the body with the arm. Now you can see that the arm is her arm is totally supported with my arm. And my hand is able to hold that shoulder down because it's going to want to go up, and it gives a nice stretch. And bring it up, place it back down, and then if you want to do a little work on the shoulder, you'll take it back where you feel the blade, the actual shoulder blade. Make sure you're on that bone. Just pick it up a little bit. Pull your hand underneath to the shoulder. You can kind of curl along the edge of the shoulder blade, and then you can cup your hand around the shoulder socket and just give a nice stretch and a nice pull. It's gentle. It's not really a pull. It's more of a skin stretching, fascial stretching kind of feeling. And you can feel a lot of things opening up, the muscles. If you feel a lot of tension there, just be with it and hold your hands maybe 5-6 grams of pressure, so it's not a real deep and heavy feeling, because you'll get more movement. You'll feel more movement and more correction. There's always a little bit of unwinding that happens in the shoulders. Okay, so I'm going to go to the other side. Start by taking a hold of the fingers under the wrists and just pull gently. And again, it's not a pull on the bone so much as it is the tissue. And then just rotate the wrist a little bit. And then you can take the hand and support under there. Begin to lift it up, sliding it, supporting, bringing it up. We're going to bring it all the way up this time, and over. Give it a pull. So you can just kind of see how to do this. It's really important for you, the therapist, or whoever is working on somebody, to be sure that your body is in good alignment, because otherwise you're going to hurt yourself. Because working on bodies are heavy, particularly when they're very relaxed. And just even limbs are heavy sometimes. But you find if you can use this leverage stuff, it's so much easier. And then going across here, now we're going to go across on this one. So I'm pulling that shoulder down and I'm working it across the body. I'm going to show you what I didn't do this on the other side, but you can also take a rotation with this. And again, you want to keep that shoulder in place. Take that rotation. And then you can bring it back down. And then you go underneath the shoulder by taking your hand and slipping the other one under. Right, so your hand, the hand is like in the same place as the shoulder blade is as the sacrum. It's like you feel the same kind of thing. The shoulder blade is going to be, the scapula is going to be resting in your hand, and it feels very similar to the sacrum. And then you wait, you can curl your fingers on the edge there, and you can wait there just a couple minutes. You can feel things relaxing. So, and it's wiggling around a little bit. And I'm just going to say from here too, sometimes if they have a lot of shoulder pain, there's another technique that I've found that works really nicely, is to go under slide your hand under from this direction and get onto the shoulder blade here, because it's a little bit different. And I go underneath the blanket, the sheet, because it's easier to do that. It's a slipperier slide, because otherwise you get things caught and wrinkled and the top part gets all wrinkly. So you can go here, and if you feel something that's like a lot of people have knots along here, along the rhomboids, maybe into the lower part of the trapezius. If you just find that place that's tight and hold your fingers there for a little while, not pushing into it, but letting it come down to you, you're going to notice a change that'll happen. And then you can take this hand on top of the shoulder and just kind of open up that shoulder blade. Now when this hand is coming down on the shoulder, you want your bottom hand to feel like it's tractioning downward. So you're giving that downward kind of feel, but it's really small and it's really gentle. And it's not a whole lot of movement that the person on the table may feel, but you're going to feel a lot of different things going on. It wiggles, it undulates, it jumps, it kind of swims in circles sometimes. And then with that, you can just slide that hand out. Some of this real subtle stuff is really, really hard to show you because, it's subtle and you can't really see much of action with it. So, but I will figure out a way to show you how to do that. So that's what I have for you for the shoulders. Thank you so much for viewing. See you next time.